What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kajagoogoo, and we're returning to Islands 1984, and we're skipping over Big Apple and The Power to Forgive because I reacted to both of those when I was going through their greatest hits compilation that Mr. Solo shared, and he has also shared individual albums, so big shout out to you. So the next track in this playlist I haven't yet reacted to is Melting the Ice Away, which certainly lends itself to good metaphor and figurative meaning when it comes to emotions or interpersonal relations, and in that regard, people often talk about the icy and, let's say, frigid interaction of people when they first meet, but then something breaks the ice or melts the ice away and allows warmer and more overtly emotional feelings and interactions to take place. So yeah, I would expect it to be in that realm, someone's heart having ice around it, but then that being melted away. Of course, there could be some visual reference, but even if that's the case, I would expect it to function on multiple levels. So you might talk about a glacier, and when the ice melts away, you see what is there, the substance underneath. So, as I said, even if there's some literal reference to ice melting and some visual tableau that we're given, I would expect it to relate to human emotions in a figurative sense. Let's see what it is in practice. This is Kajagoogoo, the tune is Melting the Ice Away, and it's from their 1984 album, Islands.
Just my breath gently blowing up in my face. I get so restless, sleeping on a precipice. Dreamt the snow melting the ice. Snow melting the ice away. Snow, snow, snow melting your ice away. Don't shed no tears for me. Trust in someone else. No hopes, no fears for me. Void of emotion. Nobody's
dynamic tune. Lots of changing tempos and sudden like atmosphere shifts. Though when it was energetic and driving, it reminded me a bit of Spandau Ballet, which again, when I make these comparisons, it's just the way a song will hit my brain. So, if there's any fans of one band who don't like another band, I do apologize. It's just literally my brain makes associations, especially when I'm relatively new to a band's catalog, because I'm just searching for points of reference, like characteristics that may remind me of some other group or artist. And to be fair, now I've heard, I don't know, what is it, like a dozen or more Kajagoogoo songs? Probably more than that, actually, because I did a handful from the Greatest Hits compilation, then I jumped back, did a proper album, now I'm going through a second album. But yeah, the point is, like, the most energetic sections of this one reminded me a bit of a song that Spandau might do. Now, again, there was a lot going on, and I especially enjoyed that, like, pan flute. I think, maybe it was a synth, but it certainly sounded like a proper pan flute, and there were some other melodic flourishes and sequences that really gave it some atmosphere, and the way it kept shifting from, like, this really spacious, down-tempo rhythm to a more middling, like syncopated rhythm, to then the full sort of driving, like synth pop tune rhythm. It really like kept me on my toes and gave me some different feelings over the course of the track. As I expected, I do think we get both visual references to like literally the Arctic and only polar bears live up there, and reference to ice and like snow falling for miles around, wind and sand, like the idea of like an Arctic desert where it's like actual moisture, like in the form of water, is not easy to come by, but also the idea of like snow melting ice, so like differences in temperature. But he seemed to refer to it as like a hell for him or something like that. So it sounds like, he's not in a good place. But he's also, I think, like in a way being responsible or something. He's like essentially saying like, don't waste your emotion on me. Go find, what's the right word? Go find satisfaction or someone who's more trustworthy somewhere else. So he's like essentially saying like he can't be relied upon, and the other person, whatever they may feel for him, should go try to find enrichment and emotional nourishment somewhere else. So yeah, it's like the desert is his, and yet he's, it's a hellish environment for him. So yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it. I mean, even the polar bear line you could maybe take figuratively, although I think that's kind of like setting the visual scene, which then allows for the emotional rendering of the concepts being discussed. Either way, a really compelling tune, and as I said, I especially liked both the drum flourishes, which are like, they kept changing exactly what was happening. There was a melodic line that was almost like a xylophone in that it sounded struck, but that pan flute was the element that really had a memorable and impactful character. So yeah, I enjoyed it. As I said, I'm looking forward to continuing with this group and, having a sense that they have this kind of like Lamal phase and then post-Lamal phase. So yeah, I'm here for all of it. Do let me know what you think of this one, and we'll see you for the next one. Peace.